Hello darlings, it's Tess and welcome back to my channel. This is my video for Beltane 2022. I unfortunately am busy this coming Beltane. I think I'll be at film school, if not then working, doing other things, I'm not sure. But I still want to give you some Beltane vibes because this is one of my absolute favourite sabbats, kind of in terms and spirit, but also like aesthetically, if I'm allowed to say that. So I want to show you my altar. It's pretty much the same as it's been over the last 2 years because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There are a couple of little changes and so I want to show you those. I have also revamped my art magic altar. I've expanded it, and so just down the front there's a little bit of dressing for Beltane, which is mainly fae stuff, because as we know, Beltane is a really good sabbat to be honouring the fae and doing fae work. I don't work with the fae yet. I don't know if I will, it kind of scares me, but I did want to honour them on my art magic altar. But what I also want to show you is actually footage that I've shot in the past on my first proper Beltane and an absolutely amazing Beltane that was in 2020. And I actually had that in quarantine, but I somehow managed to make it just really, really fun. And two things that I did on that Beltane were making a candle and also making a self-love spell bag for myself. And so that was really, really fun, and I thought I might save that footage into a video where I make more candles or a video where I make more spell bags, but it's been a couple of years now and I really want to show you that footage, so I'm going to put it in this year's vlog to kind of replace otherwise what I would be doing on Beltane if I had free time to celebrate it all day and to do things like cast spells. So let's get into my altar spaces. I'll show you the fae altar and then we'll move into the if it ain't broke, don't fix it, beautiful pink Beltane altar celebration of love. So there is the usual sabbat altar, and here we are moving across to the expanded art magic altar, and I've got some new wall art up as well, so obviously in a proper tour I'll show you that, but this is the fae bit right here for Beltane. This is my fae door, I guess, into the little world. I've got my favourite koi pond, moss agate, rose quartz, rainbow aura quartz, and the little metallic stones that I made. There's that little green slug, I love it. And then here we've got some little food offerings for them on a green god's eye as a picnic table. There is a little faerie figurine up on a butterfly chair. There's the table with a little shoe, other than the usual rose gold stand that I have. There is my fave faerie slide, which I just absolutely love, and in the back is the faerie seesaw. There's a little sticker that I have turned into a figurine, and then in the back here we've got some red mushrooms and some purple mushrooms. Now, back over to the Beltane altar. So the biggest thing that's new on the Beltane altar is the wall art that I've put behind it. I've put more of an effort into that this year. So there is a pink and red and flowery theme here. So we've got a fairy, we've got some flowers. That pink card with the flowers in it is actually a Victorian imitation. Then this bunch of roses down here, which is the end paper of a book about cakes. On the left there is a Molly Roberts illustration about love. I've put the Lover's Tarot card there as well. That little truth poster I made out of Victorian stickers. There is my picture of the heart-shaped record. Don't Forget to Dream of Me is from the Victoriana sticker book as well. And this one here with the pink background and the picnic at Hanging Rock pictures is a Rookie illustration. And the tarot card of the lovers down there as well. So here we've got the traditional red candle, but here is a new candle, isn't it amazing, that I will probably never burn because it's too beautiful. Another sticker fairy figurine that I made with a pink flower, of course. That is a Matrushka doll that I glittered up as well. Down there is my pink and purple God's Eye, so obviously the flowers are right. Red shoe for ballet, because I love ballet. There is my little Harry Potter love potion. Fuck J.K. Rowling, but do not fuck the production design team that has nothing to do with her. That is a rose that often goes in my hair, and then a little crown made of pink hearts, red hearts rather. My Shakespeare Love Poems book, and this pink Matrushka doll, my two sun models on the plate representing the fire festival, love hearts tin up the back, my favourite thing ever. The self-love candle that I made is always in the middle of the plate, and I've got some rose petals scattered underneath it, or rose buds rather this time. And at the front is my love spell that I'm going to show you in a minute, and then all around the plate are these pink fake roses. There is a pink dragon, a pink worry doll, my love spell, a big chunk of rose quartz, and this red flower ring that I just wanted to give some Beltane energy to because I want to start wearing it more often. I like that the fairy is sort of guarding the altar with her flower almost like a weapon. I decided to do a little quote into this book from the Shakespeare. Like, I just felt like it. I don't know if this book is going to become another grimoire or maybe just a poetry book full of quotes, but I wanted to write down something lovely for the day. I love these wisteria stickers. They're the best thing ever. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Well done, me. So now I want to talk more in depth about the little love spell or talisman that I made in 2020. The method / recipe, whatever you want to call it, comes from the Green Witch, aka Annie. She has an amazing channel full of beautiful shots and recipes, actually for food, not just spells. So you should definitely go over and check her out. I will link her channel down in the bio, but she created this beautiful little spell bag idea. So I went about making my own. First of all, I wanted to paint this white piece of paper pink, the color of love. So I actually used some of my moon water just to charge the paper up even more and hit it with some watercolor. I knew I wanted to decorate the bag like Annie did, so I got some of these appliques and I wanted to paint that yellow one hot pink, obviously because that'll look more Beltane-y than yellow. And I did originally paint the little flowers in that same color, but then I decided that I wanted them to be a paler shade of pink, so I mixed some of that up, as you can see, and then covered over the little flower with that. Then I took the applique off the card, obviously very, very carefully, and I discovered that the little pink pouch that I happen to have that actually inspired the spell itself, the decal fit perfectly on it, which I think is great. I put the spoon in to stop me sticking the bag together from the super glue because it'd go through the organza, because I can't sew, so I decided to go with glue. Ingredients: rose quartz crystal, rose petals, I think that was clear quartz. I added some pink tourmaline, my pink piece of paper. Pink piece of paper, Tess, not piece, piece. and a red pen. I decided that my little motto, or the spell words that I was going to put in, were "love is anywhere," so I wrote that 3 times and then rolled up the paper, ready to put it in. I dabbed the little scroll with some vanilla bean paste, just because vanilla is a Beltane correspondence, and I didn't have a vanilla bean pod to fit in, and so I thought I would put in the paste on the little scroll. I also have some apple seeds, which Annie also mentioned, so again, check out her video for the meaning of those, because I can't remember it. I've got my crystal in there as well, and now I'm getting ready to put some rose petals in. Of course, we all know that roses mean love, whether you are a witch or not. So there is my little spell bag, and here I'm tying the intention into it with some knots, and it just came out so beautifully for my first ever talisman, my first ever spell bag. I absolutely love it, and that's why it still remains on my altar even after 2 years. Another one of my 2020 creations was the star of these last few altars, which is my pink spherical self-love candle that I made on a whim and that I absolutely love. So I got the base candle as an impulse purchase from my local $2 shop, so that was cool. I knew I wanted to use some candle wax, some rose petals, and some little crystal fragments to make it look even cuter, even more delicious. So I've got my barbecue lighter there because your girl doesn't like cigarette lighters. Some rose petals, and then a red candle, a pink candle, and a purple candle. So I started with the rose petals. I just put some out into the lid like that so I could access them nice and easily. And then I picked out the pink tourmaline from this little box of crystals that I had. Then I started with the red candle, just getting some little drops and things onto it just to see how they melt and how they looked. And so it kind of was this process that I did, like, not really thinking about it too much. Like, I was like, you know, let's just see, you know, can I make circles? Is it going to run down? Like, I'm not sure. And it kind of ended up looking like kind of a cake that was overflowing with frosting. Like, when I sent it to my friends Laura and Luca, Laura actually said, "Oh my god, it looks good enough to eat." And as soon as she did, I was like, oh my god, it actually does. So I absolutely love the way it turned out. It's always lovely when something that you make on a moment's notice or without really that much planning, you know, I saw a pink candle in the $2 shop, I was like, I'm gonna try decorating it, you know, and it just came out so beautifully, and I love it so much, even though it's just complete, like, you know, this is probably the world's most ratchety ever candle making because I have no idea how to do it. I'm just melting stuff and dripping stuff and putting various bits into little places. I know that pink tourmaline isn't necessarily a Beltane or a self-love correspondence, I don't think, but I didn't have any little rose quartz bits to put in, and, you know, pink is just a Beltane colour and pink tourmaline is obviously pink, so I just put it on, it just felt right. And so I just kept layering and layering, and eventually I was like, okay, I don't want to, like, keep going and ruin it. I don't want it to be, like, overdone too much. So I decided to limit myself, and it was finished when it looked like this. And so I'm giving you some delicious close-ups. Yay! My cakey candle. A few petals and crystals have fallen off now, like you can probably see, but I still love it just as much. So happy Beltane, my dear friends. I hope you liked this video, seeing some creative vibes over the last couple of years. Please subscribe for more magic, and remember, I love you, keep going.